You're listening to the Reaching Japan podcast. My name is James Miyashita. So glad that you're here today. In this podcast, we cover updates and news about what's currently happening in our lives and ministry. You can find us on the web at reachingjapan.com, facebook.com/reachingjapan, and twitter.com/reachingjapan. Now, if you haven't already, please leave us a review for this podcast so others can find it as well and join us on the journey of reaching Japan with the gospel. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's what we're going to be talking about. Monday evening, Japan time, we jumped on a plane and headed to Atlanta. We were on the bullet train. It was a smooth ride all the way into Tokyo, and then took the monorail to the airport, and then went from the airport in Tokyo to Atlanta. It was a smooth flight. We've had people asking us about, how are the kids? How is everything? The kids actually did really, really well on the flight over. Silas slept well. Amos slept well. We were a little scared about what that would look like because we knew that they'd be facing jet lag once we arrived, and that was a little bit of a struggle, but it's been good. The first 2 nights were pretty rough. We realized there's going to be jet lag because there's a 13-hour time difference between Japan and the East Coast right now. But one would wake up crying, and then that would wake up the other one who was sleeping, and so the first few nights were were pretty rough, but we have been able to slowly get back. They're starting to sleep a little bit more. We're starting to sleep a little bit more. So it's been a really good thing here. We're in the process of getting set up. We have keys to an apartment. Rosie's parents, the Gins, they have been just so helpful and just a huge blessing in helping us get off the ground over here. They've been letting us stay with them the last few nights and let us use a vehicle so we could just get around. They live about 40 minutes from our home church, so that's been a huge, huge help. And last night we got to go to Vision Baptist, our home church, as a family for the first time. It was great. We haven't. Amos actually hadn't been to Vision because he was born in Japan, so it was his first time. And Silas, he probably didn't remember last time because he was only 3 months, so he was running around making friends on the playground. But it's good to be back. We are in the process of trying to get settled. We're probably going to be moving into our apartment tomorrow to finalize everything. It's Friday right now, so it's Saturday. Try to get all that figured out. And then looking forward to spending some time around the church and getting plugged in. We've had a few people that have been reaching out to us again about coming by. If you would like us, if we're not already scheduled to be with you in your church and you are a pastor that would love to have us in, please contact me. I have a new stateside cell phone number. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but it will be going out in some communication from us shortly. So, as always, we love to stay in touch with you, but I'm about to head into Friday class, which is a class that we have at our church for missionaries every week on Fridays. So, looking forward to some instruction and some encouragement there. Please continue to pray for us as we get readjusted to the United States and get plugged back in and for our few months of furlough as we prepare for a church plant in Nagoya later this year. So that's a little bit of what's been going on here. Now, if you have any questions or comments about what we talked about today, I'd love to hear from you. I will do my best to answer those questions on this podcast. You can always reach me via email. My email address is james@reachingjapan.com. That's james@reachingjapan.com. We are honored to serve under the direction of Vision Baptist Church and Vision Baptist Missions in Alpharetta, Georgia. If you're looking for a way to take your next step in ministry or missions, please reach out to me. Thanks for tuning in today. We will see you next time.